Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. If you are a heavy user of VS Code editor, then you might like this project called as Code Server. The thing is that running VS Code on any machine and accessing it remotely through a web browser is pretty nifty idea, and that is what this code server is all about. It offers significant advantages for developers. Firstly, it ensures a consistent development environment regardless of the device being used, whether that's a personal laptop, a work computer, or even a tablet, because developers are creatures of habit, so that could be a real blessing. By decoupling the development setup from local hardware, developers avoid the hassle of installing dependencies or configuring tools on multiple machines, thus saving time and reducing that it works on my machine problem. Additionally, leveraging cloud servers for resource intensive tasks like testing, compilation, or downloading large files can dramatically accelerate workflows and improve productivity. Developers can also benefit from immense processing power and bandwidth of the cloud infrastructure, which often surpasses what is available on local machine. So the crux of the matter is that this code server allows you to run VS Code anywhere, no matter if you're on the go or if you're just changing your development environment more often than not. So in this video I'm just going to show you a very quick way of getting it installed, and then you can either expose it through your endpoint, or you can simply do the port forwarding, or you can even access it behind the proxy server. For this purpose, I'm just going to use this Ubuntu server where I'm running this Ubuntu 22.04, and that is being sponsored by our very good friend at Master Compute. If you're also looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable prices, you can find the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs, so do check them out. Okay, so let's first download and install. So for this code server, what you can do before even you install anything, you can do a dry run. That is going to tell you what this is going to do, and that is the script to do so. So if I run it on my Ubuntu server, this is what it is going to do. So it is telling you that this is your operating system. It is going to create this directory. It is going to download this Debian package. It is moving the files, and then it is installing it by using dpkg package manager. So let me now clear the screen and run the command without try running it. And for that, I'm just going to run this command here, which is a simple shell script, and it is not going to take too long. Let's wait for it. And there you go. Everything is installed and moved to our local system. And then you can either just make it as a service so that every time you reboot system, it will come up, or simple run the code server from here, and it is going to start serving it on your local system. As you can see, it is using your local host at port 8080. And the first time when you run it, it would ask you for the password. So, and this is the same if you're running it on localhost or if you're accessing it through your public or whatever IP you are using in your internet or in the intranet. And the password, you can obtain it from this local file. So if I just go to my another terminal and I paste it, and this is a password which we are using. Also, you can see that the bind address is this. You can of course change the IP, and then you can even put in any DNS name if you like. If you want to use HTTPS and that sort of stuff, you can even put the certificate there. And this is a password. Click on submit. No need to do that, and there you go. You have your VS Code. You can go with whatever you like, whatever your options are, and then you can just say that okay, fine, this is good for you, and you can start using your VS Code that easily. And then you can just set your preferences, you can set your extensions or whatever. Wherever you are, you can simply access this IP or DNS name and the port, and your VS Code is there. You have your own unique password too, so that it is also secure. But of course, in order to be real production grade security because it's your, of course, source code editor. I would highly suggest that you install some SSL certificates. You go with HTTPS. You put it some sort of maybe CDN, or like if you're using AWS, maybe put it in CloudFront, or there are third-party tools too. There are a lot of open source tooling too. You should be attaching a firewall, which should be a layer 7 application firewall. Some sort of WAF should be there. So make it as secure, as much secure as possible. But you can see that this is a real blessing for the people, especially the ones who keep changing their systems and then jump from one server to another, or maybe go from one client to another. If they use this, they have their own consistent set of tooling, extensions, preferences, and all the stuff in one place. So that's it. I hope that you found it interesting. Let me know what do you think about it. If you're already using it, I'm very keen to know how you are finding it, or if you're using anything similar to this, because there are few other similar projects to this. So very keen to hear your thoughts on it. Also, before I let you go, I wanted to introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.